And right now I am inside of the HogOn University, inside of my small welding shop. And I wanted to talk to you about welding and real estate. And the reason I wanted to put both of them together because I've been here in Columbus, Georgia and the Atlanta area, and I've been traveling between this area and a lot of welding work as far as handrails, gates, um, fence, different type of custom railings is a need, and it's a need on real estate property, and it actually embellishes the property and enhances the property's value. So if you have a nice fence work, or you have certain handrails, or you have certain staircases, all of these things add value to the unit or to the property. You know what I mean? So I learned that now. I started looking at things differently, like being a welder, being a welder, fabricator, installer. We can take some property that someone else might not see the greatest value of it and put a little money into it, and we can be able to flip it to be able to increase the real estate. So I believe that we should start using some of our earned income as a welder and investing in more real estate, like restoring property within a certain vicinity. Maybe it might be in your hometown. Maybe it might be in a certain area where you are familiar with, where you say, okay, I want to get a couple properties here, because we can't get around the fact that land is something that is not being produced anymore. So if you can get a piece of property that the taxes is not terrible and you can actually make an income off of it, I think it's wise. And especially with the crime rate and different stuff that's going on, people like security. So people like have certain gates and certain codes in order to get in certain properties. So I think that is a very great asset for us to invest in some real estate, like to invest in using our welding skills to enhance property, as far as building handrails, gates, fences, doors, different security things, awnings, carports, whatever you can do that can mingle your skill into the real estate to enhance it, because a lot of times the real estate owners need you too. So they might have some property that they need some extra railings on, or they need this for the kids, or they want to add this deck and they need a extension, or they need something over here. So your skills as a welder is most definitely needed in the real estate field. So I look at it more now because I deal with a lot of real estate and house owners and property development, and a lot of them are doing a lot of things out of metalworks and a lot of ornamental things and a lot of structural fabrication and different layouts that actually adds more value to the home or to the property. And as a welder, fabricator, installers, I really believe that we should invest our money into that field. Like, I think that it's going to be wise that we start looking more into how we can combine our welding ability with real estate, as far as owning some property, and start small. Sometimes we don't really know everything, so it's good to do your research. I've been doing research, and sometimes you get to a point where you just have to stand still and just, okay, I'm just gonna have to ride this one out to figure out, okay, what's the next move from here. But I most definitely have figured out that with our skills, it's easy to cross over. It's easy to turn your welding skills into a carpenter, as long as you got the proper tools and equipment. You know what I mean? So with real estate going up and people selling and buying, I think that us using our skills to get a part of that market, because we have to diversify income. We can't just say welding is the only way we're going to make money, because if so, things get short in certain areas. Sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do, so you don't want to depend just on that. We want to be able to diversify, but say, I use welding to get me started, to open this door and that door. You know what I mean? So I think just mixing it with real estate is just a wise thing to do the more I think about it. So I just wanted to share that today, because it was something that was on my mind for a while, but I didn't get a chance to come back and do the video. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, man, using that knowledge that we already had and mixing it with real estate now is really a big thing, because if you look at the construction of gas stations, restaurants, different things that's on and off the highway, a lot of it has to do with welding and fabrication and installation. So the need is big. So we just have to figure out ways to also invest some of this earned income that we got into this um, real estate field, because it's not going anywhere. And we know that the more you get your name out in a certain area, the more you get your product out in a certain area, the better things will go in the long run. So investing your welding money and skills into the real estate, I think, is a no-brainer. So just wanted to come through there and say that today. I feel like, as we know better, we do better. So like I say, I've been learning more, and as I learn different things, I just like to share it. So I most definitely been making some moves. So I feel like that we should, think outside the box, learn all we can. The more you learn, the more you earn. Hold on.